Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems for GRE out of this book here, practicing to take the GRE general test, the 10th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it in order to prepare for the exam. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you're going to find on page number 341 in the 10th edition, page 341. Quantitative comparison question has the QC number 1. Let's take a look at it. These questions are called quantitative comparison. Quantitative comparison. Let's take a look at it. There are 15, let me briefly talk about what's going on in this particular instance here. There are 15 questions in this section there. There are 10 questions on page 341, and as you turn the page, there are 5 more on page 342. And there are 15 of them in this section. And this exam that you're holding in your hand is from the good old days where the exam used to be given in the paper and pencil format. In that scenario, when the exam used to be given in paper and pencil format, all the questions used to be arranged in the order of difficulty, and the entire exam was broken up into thirds. The first 1/3 of the given type of questions were easy. The second 1/3 of a given type of questions were medium, and the last 1/3 of a given type of questions were hard. So in this case, 1 through 5 are easy, 6 through 10 are medium, 11 through 15 are hard. So number 1 is very simple. On a scale of 1 through 15, it's number 1. It's very simple, very straightforward. 81% of people had no problem with it. 19% people, only 19% got it wrong. Let's take a look at it. In the first column they give you 6% of 9. In the second column they give you 8% of 7. Now you could actually sit there and do it in a very classical way, very traditional way, very orthodox way, very academic way, which is to 0.06 times 9, 0.08 times 7. Don't do that. Keep your life simple, okay? Very first thing I'm going to do is I see a 6 here, I see an even number here, I see an 8 here, an even number here, which tells me that I can very easily divide both columns by 2. So I'm going to do that first. I'm going to divide both columns by 2. So this 6% becomes 3%. And this 8% becomes 4%. And I can do that. It's not going to change anything. For example, if you ask me which one is bigger, 30 or 28, which one is bigger, and if I were to divide both columns by 2, it's still not going to change the answer. The 15 will still be more than 14. Whether I compare the number that is given or whether I compare half the quantities in both columns, it doesn't change anything. I can compare the quantities that are given themselves, or I can compare halves of those quantities. Halves, so I have to take half. If I take a half of the quantity in column A, I have to take the half of the quantity in column B. Or I can take a third of the two quantities, or I can take 4 times of the two quantities. Doesn't matter. As long as I do the same thing to both columns, the two columns are like two sides of the equations. As long as you do the same thing as one side of the equation, something to one side of the equation, you have to do the same thing to the other side of the equation in order for the equation to remain an equation, in order for the two quantities to equate to each other. The same logic applies here. Even though this is not an equation, these are two columns, two quantities, as long as you do the same thing to the other column that you did to the first column, everything is fine. Do you understand? So that's what I did here. And then after that, 3 times 9 is 27. Forget the percentage sign. 4 times 7 is 28. There, voila, 28 is bigger than 27. The answer is B. That's all. And what I did is, by multiplying 3 times 9, what I'm doing in the process is, instead of I'm multiplying both columns by 100. You see? If you like, I can show you the steps. So at this point, it says 3%, which is supposed to be 0.03 and 0.04. But if I were to multiply both columns by 100, then this 3%, 0.03 times 100 becomes 3, and this becomes 4, which is a step that I skipped here. I did not show you this step. I multiplied both columns by 100. So So again, one more time, first thing we did, we divided both columns by 2, so the 6 becomes 3. Why did I do that? Because I don't like figuring out 6 times 9. It takes a couple of seconds. I don't like multiplying 8 times 7. 4 times 7 I can do faster. So 4 times 7 is 28. And this is 27. So voila, answer is B, that's all. Let's look at number 2. Well, actually, before I do column A and column B, we have a picture. The picture that is given is something like this. A, B, C, D, E, and F. In the first column we have A plus C plus E. A plus C plus E. But you should notice that this angle E is opposite to angle B. Angle B and angle E are opposite. Or the proper terminology is that they are verticals. And we know, or we should know, that the vertical angles are always equal, opposite angles are always equal, which means angle E actually equals angle B. So here, instead of B, I could substitute B instead of angle E, because angle E equals angle B, so I can substitute B for E. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to get rid of E, and we're going to substitute B. So now we have angle B plus angle A plus angle B plus angle C, and you will see that when you do that, what we're dealing with, angle A, angle B, and angle C, well, that's your straight line right here. That makes a straight line. These all three angles together makes a straight line, which is 180 degrees. A straight line is 180 degrees. Let's look at angle column B. As I said, these are very straightforward questions because they are beginning ones. B plus D plus F. And same thing will apply, same logic would apply with F. Now angle F is opposite to angle C. Angle F is opposite to angle C. So I'm going to, I don't know if you can actually see it, right here. Angle C, right here, is opposite to angle F. So angle C and angle F are vertical angles. And again, since vertical angles are equal, F equals C. F equals C. So I'm going to substitute, in place of F, I'm going to substitute C. And now we're dealing with B plus D plus C, which is another 180 degrees. I need to show you here. A, B, C, D, E, F. So now we have B, where is B? B plus D plus C, which makes another 180 degrees. The line that we're dealing with now is this line. And it makes a 180 degrees. Because it's a straight line. So that is also 180 degrees. And since they both boil down to 180 degrees, the answer is C. That's all. Very simple, very straightforward, as I said. Only 15%, maybe I'm making too much fuss about it, because only 15% of people had trouble with it, 85% of people got this question right. And that was the end of it. I hope you found it helpful. If you wish to get hold of me for personal private tutoring, I do face-to-face tutoring, one-to-one tutoring. I also tutor over the internet via Skype, and I also do tutoring over the telephone. If there is anything at all that I can help you in your preparation for the GRE or GMAT, if you like, get hold of me, send me an email, go to my website at www.for4gre.com, or you can go to www.KeshwaniPrep.com and send me an email. Alright? Thanks.